All right. Oh, this got completely pushed around in the last week, huh? All right. Let's move this microphone a little closer and not pull my switch off my desk. All right. Hey guys, what's up? You know, it's another week, another banner. What fun. Okay. So this week is the last week of the month, thus, you know, we're getting a Sokai. That's how it goes. It was really weird it being a 5-week month, but here we are at the end of it. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to make of the new banner suits or even the event suit, really. None of them are really doing it for me. So, anyways, let's take a look. Oh, cool. All sorts of little growth hanger things. Nice. Can definitely use those. So we're going to go with our normal rotation. We're going to check out the welfare. We're going to check out the event shop blueprints. We're going to hit up the gacha, check out the new suits, the pilots. We'll check out Twitter. And then we'll wrap up with my favorite part, the alterations. To my understanding, there's not really that many alterations, so at least there's that. Anyways, yeah. I can't even really think off the top of my head what I've been doing the last week. I don't know what, like, I've been doing stuff, and for some reason, my brain's just not, I can't even remember what I've been doing. I know I just stopped playing Battlefield to do this stream. I'm really excited for the new Battlefield game. That's a for sure. Okay. Anyways, enough dallying about. Let's take a look at the Faerie coin and the Pixie. We'll start with Fred Reber, whatever. Because do remember, this is a Sokai, meaning we do get the pilot associated with the suit. So, anyways, with speed attribute melee crit rate boosted. So I personally don't like the whole crit rate thing, whether it's melee or shot. We have enough RNG as it is, leaving your damage up to RNG as well. I don't think it's the best idea. Could be a lot worse, you know, like recover 10 armor gradually or something, but numerically, okay, for a welfare, having 1600 melee attack at max is actually not bad. For like a out-of-box brand new player, this is actually like a good set of numbers to play with, especially since he's an infighter. Close Combat Federation. So you also get an amazing shot tag right out of the gate and a very, very good tertiary tag for melee with Close Combat. Honestly, I'd say he's very rounded out. I would actually, yeah, I'm going to personally pick up at least one full max copy of this because, yeah, not bad. You know, for a 3-star, not bad. Now let's take a look at the Pixie. Let me guess, Vulcan? Yeah, head-mounted Vulcan. All right, so that's off the table. Numerically, ooh. Okay. So that is really low shot attack, even for a melee head. And it gets just under 1,000 melee. Okay, so that's not bad. It is a welfare head. It has just under 1,000 melee attack. Okay, workable. Especially, you know, you will be able to max it because it's welfare, right? Cool. Close Combat Federation again. I'm not the biggest fan of the Federation tag on the machine. Canonically, it makes sense. It's just... Okay, so it has a lot of defensive value for what it is. Yeah, 1,000 melee again on the torso, that's pretty good. EX skill piercing boost. So EX skill piercing is how much of your EX skill damage is going to ignore enemy resistance and defenses. So, you know, an extra 22%. Cool. Problem is, we have no idea how that plays into the lettering system. Because we have, what, D, C, B, A, and S pierce. What the fuck do those mean? What are the number values behind it? No one fucking knows. Okay. Numerically, it's not bad. Getting over 1,000 melee attack. It has a okay trait, not my favorite. And it has Close Combat, which is a great tag for what it's doing. Not so much a fan of the Federation, but is what it is. You should say good sub tag for later on. With dual saber category equipped, melee power boosted. This is becoming a much more common tag now, where you get a melee power boost, specifically for dual blades or dual sabers. So it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's 25% boost. Do remember, it's going to be a lot easier to max these out than it would be something from Gacha, or, actually just Gacha. I was going to say SoCal Limited, but all the same deal. Those start anywhere between 17% to 20%, but obviously have a much higher cap, up at 30 to 35%. Trade-off, it's a lot harder to get dupes. This 25%, to put it bluntly, piss easy to get dupes. So, close combat again, yeah, cool. Numerically, all right. So this actually has stats comparable, and yeah, this is effectively like a better version of the Barbados Fourth Arms. The Barbados Fourth Arms in Fighter, you get a 30% at max melee boost. This maxes out at 25%. Thing is, this technically has higher melee attack, and to top it off, after mods are in effect, much easier to get dupes of this. Cool. Oh, I guess the tags are a little different though on the Astray arms. End of the day, good pair of arms. Legs, what do we got? Reaper the Ripper. Reaper the Ripper? Reaper the Ripper. D-Power. Wow, no thank you. Numerically, ooh, spicy. 1300, 1400 melee attack. Cool, I'll take it. Close combat. Ooh, okay, so we're getting rid of the Federation and bringing in 4 base. I'm still not a fan of the 4 tags, but better than Federation when you consider what the suit's actually trying to be. So, there's that. All right, numerically good. Tags are workable. EX is no. All right, backpack. When one enemy shot down, vernier consumption equals 0 for 10 seconds. I still say vernier consumption is not really a big deal. You shouldn't be clearing through your entire... Oh, excuse me. You shouldn't be eating through your entire vernier stash anyways, doing a fight. So, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. But each to their own. Numerically, we're pushing 1100 melee attack or so. Okay. So for the legs in the backpack, I don't really have any complaints numerically for what they are. They do bring a good amount of numbers. Swords. The beam daggers. Cool. Infighter job, flat damage. So these are completely worthless except for that one unbelievably fringe case scenario where we get another Inferno mission where you need to do flat damage because you're just, yeah. No, I'm never going to start judging parts based on that. That's so stupid. Numerically, 3700 melee. It's welfare. Okay. And gun. Physical ranged weapon reload speed boosted. I don't think that's really that great of a trait, all things considered. Close combat 4 base, and numbers are nothing to write home about. So it's actually a very subpar ranged gun, pretty much for tags only. So the Pixie, as a welfare, actually packs a lot of punch in the melee department. Lots of melee defense, good base stats to build off of. Has a couple of interesting traits. The arms, I think, are the real winner here. But yeah, overall, numerically on the frame itself, pretty good. Yeah. Cool. All right. Close combat, Zaku, Ace exclusive, amphibious, and 4 urban. All right. Nice, nice, nice. And what do we got? Mars 4, the Z2, and the Shadow. The Mars 4 had those nice dual blades, did it not? Let's check. Mars 4 had the Heat Rev Sword. Yes, it did. Okay. Yeah, so this gives you initial EX skill charge boost. Not bad. Do remember it is directly competing against the Gerber Straight Tiger Pierce, which is just the best right now. So, anyways, while we're here, let's take a look at Yuso Ewan, because I forgot they added him as a build project. God, you look so dorky. Alright, when attacking with Beam, shooting power boost by 30%. This is pretty solid. You have a ton of options in the shooting department for Beam EX skills and weaponry, so you're going to have no issue filling this out, getting that boost. Nice. He also comes with both shooter job licenses as well, so he has a lot of flexibility in your builds. Numerically, not bad. I have a feeling when we see his augmented version with the alteration, it'll probably be a lot better. High firepower Gundam type. So neither of these are really top tier tags. They're good tertiary tags, absolutely. Gundam type for activating certain traits and abilities. High firepower because it's universal for melee and shot as it boosts both offensively. And it does activate a bunch of other cool stuff as well, trait-wise, depending on your parts. So the tags may not be the best, but they're pretty good. Out of the box, he's not a bad pilot. He'll probably be a lot better once we look at him fully upgraded. Now let's take a look at the Gacha. So we have the full armored Double Z, the Phase, and the Exia Repair 4. I'm going to open up with the Phase, then we'll bump on over to the Repair. I feel like the Repair is the big one here, but we'll find out. So full armor Double Z. High Mega Particle Cannon, D Power. Wow, we're starting off strong, aren't we? Okay. Numerically, what are we looking at? Okay. So, it has a lot of shot attack. And it has no armor. Its word tags are very interesting as well, both boosting shot attack, but they're both tertiary tags. Okay, like, this is more like a shot stat stick almost than anything. Yeah, full armor Double Z has no armor. Big brain. 8-shot missile pod, DB+. Cool. Heavy armor, long range again. Numeric. Okay, so this is a little more interesting. So we're looking at about 2,700 shot attack on this, which is stupid high for torso. Very good. Much good. Very kaboom. Much shoot. Pew pew. Okay. Arms. The double beam rifle. Wow. D-Power magazine. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Numerically. Oh, wow. Actually, that's kind of cool. So, it's a shot machine, clearly. But it breaks 4,000 melee attack on its own out of the box, and then you add on the extra little addition with the melee attack. A bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself, what? That's 4,800, 4,850? That's pretty solid melee attack for shot arms. And on top of that, you have, 2,700, 2,800 shot attack on these two? That's a really solid friggin' pair of arms numerically. My biggest problem with this is just the EX skill. So when we get around to looking at the alterated variant of it, maybe that'll fix all the problems. Who knows? Well, someone in the audience will no doubt fucking put it in the box and spoil everything. But anyways, heavy armor ace exclusive. So we got rid of the long, what was that? It was long shot something? Long range. So we toss that, we get ace exclusive, which is the better tag, objectively. That's a really good pair of arms, minus the EX skill in its current form. Yeah, it looks like all the people that like posting spoilers in the chat took a lunch break, which I'm happy about. It's nice. All right, B plus high mega cannon. Nice. Lots of EX skills on this one. It looks to be a pseudo cutscene with that cooldown. Cool. Numerically. So you're looking at about 1400 melee attack, about 2400 shot. Pretty solid for a pair of legs, heavy armor ace exclusive, and it has a B plus power EX skill. I got no real complaints about that. That's a pretty good set of legs. Alright, let's take a look at your backpack. Hail of bullets. There's our S. Alright. Shot attack 29%, shot defense 19. So I'm a little let down by that. This seems to be like the de facto EX skill for the suit. The problem with that is the buffs on this are very low end. Do recall the highest available percent modifier we have offensively is 54%, then 49%, then 39%, then 29%, blah, 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 blah. This being 29% pre-alteration means it'll push most likely 39%, putting it into kind of that third tier. It's not the best at 54. It's not the second best, which makes up the majority of cutscene EX skills after alterations at 49. It goes into the lower bracket. But that's fine. 1900 melee attack, 2500 shot. That's a strong backpack for that stuff. No problems here. Good tags. Hyper Beam Saber. With technique attribute, enemy melee power reduced. Remember, this does only affect the suit that this is equipped to, so limited usefulness. Numerically, wow, 0 shot attack. Nice melee weapon. Wow, those numbers are actually really bad. It doesn't even break 9k. Jeez. It is a shot machine, though. It has nice tags for a shot machine, if you want to sub-slot. Hyper Mega Cannon. Ooh, that looks really cool. Oh, it's a beam bazooka. Alright, that makes it not as bad. Melee attack down 10%, EX skill power boosted by 30%. So you do 10% less melee damage. Yeah, cry out in fear, shot pilots. Your melee attacks are 10% weaker. Oh no. Sound the alarm. You get a nice EX skill power boost out of it. Pretty dope. Numerically, look at that. That's going to be a nice high-end weapon, breaking 10k. Cool. Heavy armor long range. I wish it was a more common weapon, but we'll make do. Melee damage raised 10%, shooting power boosted. Hey, look at that. The exact same trait. Numerically, pretty much the same too. Not bad. Okay. So, let's go over the phase. Lots of shot defense, which really bleeds over into its primary stats, causing it to have very high number values. So running this will give you a lot of shot defense, a lot of shot attack as a side result of that, and a good selection of EX skills. Quite unfortunately, there's like one good one. The rest are kind of there. For now, anyways. We'll see what they're like post-alteration, though, because that may make a big difference and push them into B. So, okay. Let's take a look at the Xant Repair 4. You look like you had a rough day there, buddy. Alright. Back parts EX skill power boosted. So we have a metric boatload of good EX skills for backs, whether they're melee or not. And because this is a very universal trait, doesn't require anything, just back part EX. There you go. Works on all builds, all shapes and sizes, all ages. Come one, come all. Numerically, what are we looking at here? 1700, 1800 melee attack. Not bad for a head. A shot attack is a little lacking, but okay. The Xant was always kind of a mid-range suit anyway, so it's not like it really excelled at shooting. It was definitely more of a I can go in or go out as necessary kind of dealio. Gundam type, high mobility, All right. Flexible tags, lots of uses because they do activate a lot of good traits. Standalone, they're okay. All right, let's take a look at that torso. What do we got here? Okay. So about 1900 melee attack, 1300 shot. For a torso, that's solid. When buffed, buff EX skill effect up 22. Alright, sure, I'll take that. That works. Now, just so you know, I'm still not the best fan, the biggest fan of the buff EX skill kind of deals. I think that this would be better served as some kind of offensive boost, EX skill power up, shooting power up, melee pass, something like that. But at the same time, I've learned that these are additive, which makes them really good. Yeah. So if you're using an EX skill that has a buff before you do any damage, or you have an actual buff awakening or something, this might be a good trait for you. Otherwise, nah. All right, where are we looking numerically here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for torso, good numbers. The trait, not terrible. Pretty okay. And the word tags are workable. Arms. Trans Am. Here we go. Oof. Okay. So you get a speed boost, you get a melee attack boost at 19%, which is effectively the lowest modifier you can get on 4-star or higher, and shot attack 29%, which is the second highest. I've already talked about the percentage values here, so it's okay. It does give a little bit of column A, column B, but if it was to squad, it would make more sense, but if it's just for your suit, not really feeling it. Gundam type, high firepower, flexible. Yeah, you can do stuff with it. Wow. Okay, so about 5k melee attack, 1400 shot. It's a pair of arms. It's nothing really special when you think about what's available in the pool these days between Sokai Limited and all that. If you like the specific flavor of arms, though, because you like the repair 4 aesthetic or something, go for it. While Gundam type, EX skill power boosted. There's a lot of parts that have the Gundam type, especially in the higher end stuff now. So no problems here for activating that. Numerically, I'm not even surprised. We easily go over 2k here for the melee attack. We're doing what? That's 2350 or so, 2370, somewhere around there for melee attack. Not bad for a pair of legs. Remember, legs typically are 1k on 4-star parts, so this is pretty good. And we're breaking about, 1200 shot or so. Okay, workable. This is an absolutely workable pair of legs. Good numbers, workable tags, easy to activate trait. Backpack, Trans Am, and 7-sword. Oh, it's an all-in-one. Raise melee attack of your squad by 49%. There you go. That's what we're looking for around here. 49%. That is the highest pre-alteration modifier you can get. It's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it and weep. But yeah, it's a cutscene EX skill. It's probably going to bump up to S power when we alterate it. Probably also get 54% modifier. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. But we'll get there. Numerically, it's a backpack. Pretty much the same situation as the legs. Lots of good numbers, workable tags. No problem. GN Tachi. Sword Dance. No. So this is going to be something that traps you into an animation. Personally, I don't like those very much because it turns you into target practice. If you whiff it, there goes your entire EX out the window. You do no damage. You just wasted time. Yada, 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 lots of reasons, blah, 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 excuses, whatever the heck. B plus power, though, so if you do hit, yeah, you'll probably do some damage. Numerically, it's a Sokai sword. Gun type high firepower. Nothing really rare in those tags for weapons. The GN Bayonet. While high mobility, EX skill power boosted. Lots of good options for high mobility, so this, potential. It's got potential. I see it in your eyes, kiddo. You got potential. Numerically, yeah, again, much like the previous weapon, it's Sokai weapons. Okay. Both the melee weapons are definitely workable. GN Battle Sword and Battle Blade. When buffed, melee power boosted. There are so many friggin' ways to get buffed in this game now, whether it's awakenings, whether it's alpha, beta, gamma skills, you name it. Yeah, there are options out there, and you get a melee power boost for having something on you. Sounds good to me. This is one of those scenarios where if you have one of those EX skills that buffs you before you actually do your stuff, it's pretty dope. And same as the other ones, it's got Sokai numbers. Okay. And what's our last part? The guns. When buffed, EX skill power boosted by 30%. Well, I already talked about how I feel about this, so continuing along. Numerically, it's actually not that great a set of guns. I'm not really that surprised, though. It is a melee machine. Okay. So, the Faz brings a ton of shot defense to the table, and it definitely needs, from what I'm seeing, Alterations to really shine and bring out the full effectiveness of its EX skills that it has. We'll see what happens when we actually go and look at the alterated form of it. But just looking at its base form, lots of shot defense, lots of shot attack from its base numbers, as well as the carryover from the shot defense. Solid. The Exia Repair 4 comes right out of the box with good melee numbers. It's got a handful of really good traits, great EX skills on most of its stuff or traits. Yeah. Between the two, right out of the box, I'd say the Repair 4 is really the better. But yeah, it's just looking at it pre-alteration. We'll take a look at what the numbers are like afterwards. So, pilots, we're going to look at Mr. Odello Henrik. What do you got? When one ally shot down, all power boosted. I don't like the activation trigger on that. You do require yourself to lose an ally, which can be difficult depending on what kind of content you're running and what your teammates are, as well as how often the AI actually decides to shoot your teammates. So, even though it's a really nice effect, all power boosted, I think that the requirement's a little much. Numerically, he's better than some 4 stars. Nice. And word tags, mid-range mass production. Not the most common tags. Workable. That's the thing, even with 3 versus 3 like arena and stuff, there's no guarantee that even if you run a completely unarmored frame, the AI are going to target it and kill it quickly. They may look at other stuff and kill it first. Like, sure, it'll eventually die, and then you can get your boost from it, but... Alright, let's look at Char's counterattack Amuro Ray. With power attribute boost funnel uptime. Oh boy! Time for the funnel talk. I'll make it quick because I don't want to keep talking about this. Very simply put, funnels in Gunpla Warfare right now are fundamentally broken in that if you're not using a melee funnel, your damage is purely dependent on the amount of funnels you actually use. Kshatriya, tons of funnels, tons of damage, 10 out of 10. Would use again. Use the new Verka that shoots out 6 funnels. You do, like, barely any damage. You tickle them. Good job, you did nothing. I hope you're proud of yourself. Boosting funnel uptime does not solve this problem. All it does is it makes a crappy EX skill, in this case the new Verka's funnels, do as much damage as another funnel that has, I don't know, let's say 8 or 10 funnels potentially. Whoop-de-doo. Now it just has 50% longer duration, making the timer keep ticking, where I could have used any other EX skill in the book to do more damage in a shorter time frame. You're not fixing the problem, you're just delaying the problem. Fix your funnels, boy. Like, okay, when you think about it, purely lore-wise, that's a pretty decent trait. It makes sense. Nice. When you put it into the game, why? Why you doing like this? Why? Who did he kick your cat? What you doing? Anyways, numeric. Oh wow. Okay, for a gacha pilot, he actually has a good amount of shot on him. Not bad. Not bad. Ace exclusive, yep. If it wasn't for build project pilots and them being alterated, I'd say he's really friggin' solid. But because we have build pilots and they can be alterated, sorry, Amuro, you're pretty much delegated to a skin or the shelf. Okay, that was very interesting. Now, let's go take a look at those Twitter videos, yes? I think I still have my setup from last time for these. Let's see. Did I configure it properly? Oi. Yeah, I still do. Sweet. I think I'm gonna have to refresh this. Okay, what do we got? All right, ye old Fazzer. Hold on, let's just rewind it. Without the Twitter audio, thank you. All right, what are we looking at? To nobody's surprise. Okay. Whoa. Slow down there, chieftain. What was that? Okay. So I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but when he starts firing, you have one enemy, two enemy, and there's a third enemy back here you can't see until it rotates a little more, and then you can see them here. What this has done is it actually locks onto an enemy and fires missiles, and it works almost like the Dynamy's legs, where it intelligently finds new targets and starts firing missiles at them as well. So this is a really good AoE clear skill. Point in the general direction, fire missiles, watch the havoc. And when alterated, it has A- power, so it's not like it's not going to hurt. That's pretty solid. I missed that one completely. What was that? Just a point and shoot man? Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Okay. Multi-hit laser beam. More laser beams. Alright, let's look at this backpack. Okay. So just based on the letters that we were seeing there, it seems like all those get a significant upgrade into past B territory for damage, so that's solid. The animations were quick, they were to the point. Lots of multi-hit, multi-lock, no real problem. Cool. Alright, and let's look at your buddy. The Exia Repair. Oh wow, Trans Am, never seen that before. That is such a long animation. No dice. Backpack, what do we got? So, hold on, did it just open with a yeet and then do the rest of it? Go away. Or is that a swing? Okay, so it opens up with a yeet, and then it charges, and then it does your cutscene. Interesting. Very long cutscene, too. Okay. It does its job, that's for sure. Okay. It doesn't target two enemies natively. It's just, it does the yeet at the beginning, and then it locks onto the nearest target to do its dash. So it's more like a two-parter kind of deal. From what I can see, it looks like both parts are targeted. It does a targeted yeet, and then it does a dash. So if your target dies from the throw, then you don't have to worry about the dash. But if they survive, then you get to follow up with the dash. I see this as an absolute win, frankly. Cool. Okay. Go away. I'm done with you. All right. Very interesting. Okay. Well, with that out of the way, let's go take a look at my favorite thing, alterations. We'll start with Yuso Ewan, and then we'll go and look at the new suits and stuff. So this gets some, back parts EX skill power boost by 35%. That's a solid second trait. Works very well with the first trait as long as your backpack is a beam. Awesome. 10 out of 10. Yeah, and numerically, he gets up there. He's not as specialized as some of the other build project pilots are for shot, but he's good. He's not the best. He's good. Okay. Let's take a look at our limiteds here. Oh, no. Okay, Buster is a repeat. The F91 and NT1 should be a repeat. No. NT1 and Easy 8 are new as well, right? Ugh. Is it just Easy 8? Okay, cool. Hey, shit, man. Makes my life easy. Is the NT1 new or not? Alright. So head-mounted Vulcan. Yeah, this is just going to be a numbers boost because you can't fix the head-mounted Vulcans. Torso. Assault attack. A, B+. Cool. Solid upgrade for a welfare. Wait, was the Easy 8 a welfare or was that part of the special gacha along with Buster? Looks like it was special. So, cool. Even better. Outfighter job melee power boost by 35%. Alright, shot guidance completely worthless, let's be real. That's just... shot guidance, no thanks. The second trait's good though. Legs, beam saber combo, A- power. That falls into the category of all the other physical cutscene types, or not cutscenes, but pseudo cutscene types. You just get locked into a crappy animation. It's not worth it. Torso parts EX skill power boosted. Nice. The first one, physical ranged weapon magazine boosted. So that's only referring to your actual like gun. It's not like, oh, you have the Strike Noir back. Physical shot doesn't matter. This is just for your weapon, your rifle, whatever the heck. And it has to be physical. So not that great. Second trait's workable though. Reload speed boost? No thanks. When power attribute, shooting crit rate boosted by 40%. I've already talked about crit rate when it comes to this stuff. I'm not the biggest fan. Let's try to take RNG out of the equation here. Alright, 100mm machine gun. When Federation, shooting at flat damage, who cares? Outfighter job gauge increase. I'm still not a fan of the job gauge, still not a fan of what they're doing with it. Each to their own though. Maybe that's something that's up your alley. And the shield. Job, enemy shooting power reduced by 30%. All right, and another enemy shooting power reduction. That's a lot of reduction on a single part. If you know you're fighting against someone that's running a shot machine, other than that though, no. Ain't about that life. All right. Oh, let's take a look at our two new suits, the full armor double Z. So this, yeah, a B+. So that makes it a viable EX skill now because it actually does damage with that B+ power. As we saw with the Twitter videos, it's very short, very to the point, just fire beam, looks multi-hit, no complaints. Torso, the missile pod. So that's the spray that we saw with the homing missiles. Cool, A- power. Again, no complaints, lots of clearing potential on that. Arms, the double beam rifle. Now, this is good. This has become a B power 11 magazine skill. Solid. Solid. Legs, the high mega cannon, A- power. Again, no complaints. Straight to the point. Potentially multi-hit, lots of damage. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And Hail of Bullets S. Yeah. Shot attack goes up to a 39% boost, shot defense at 19. So it does go from 29% to 39%. So it's now the third highest tier available for a self buff. S power cutscene. Not bad at all. Okay. Weapon. With technique attribute, enemy melee power reduced by 30%. I've already talked about that. And back parts EX skill power boosted. Lots of uses for that. All right, let's take a look at our bazooka. No, come on. There we go. Melee attack down 10%, EX skill power boosted, and head parts EX skill power boosted. Now, it's a little more difficult to find a shot EX skill in a head. A good one, mind you. There's a lot of Vulcan. There's a handful of beam, like what the Faz has. But overwhelmingly, it's very difficult to find a head part that has a shot EX skill. So with that in mind, just, you know, keep that kind of in the back of your noggin as you think about upgrading this or getting it or alterating it. You don't want to be boosting the EX skill power of a Vulcan. It's not worth it. It does no damage. Melee power or melee damage raised 10%, shooting power boost, while ace exclusive EX skill power boost. Look at that. So if you're running a shot machine, very, very high chance that you're running ace exclusive because of the boost it gives. So you automatically get that second trait activated. And the first trait, because you're a shot machine, you don't give a toss about melee. So you get that boost as well. You get shooting power boost and an EX skill power boost all wrapped into one. Fantastic. That's a great alteration boost. Okay. And let's take a look at our Exia Repair. Back parts EX skill power boosted, and with speed attribute, recover 200 armor gradually. No thanks. Ugh. Who did this? Who does this? When buffed, buff EX skill, while speed attribute melee power boosted. Very easy to activate the speed attribute, and you get a healthy melee power boost. I got no problems with this, frankly. That's a good second trait. First trait, man, what's the second trait? Trans Am. So we get a shot attack up to 39%. So again, third tier there. Melee attack stays at 19%. Not bad. Not great. Pretty mediocre, all things considered. Legs. While Gundam type, EX skill power boosted, and Infighter melee power boosted. So this is effectively the inverse of the other part, where everything's leaning towards shot. This one's all leaning towards melee. Chances are you're going to have an Infighter job. Chances are you're going to have Gundam type because it activates a ton of really good traits across high-end parts. Cool. Yeah, boost the shot attack of the 7 sword suit. Hey, you know what? Maybe this is like the reverse of the actually no. Exia Repair 4 is of the archer class. It doesn't use a bow. Bad jokes. All right. Oh. Okay. Well, everyone, halt the presses. We now have the new highest multiplier available. 59% out of the box. There we go. 54%. Eat my socks. We're up to 59. 10 out of 10. I was expecting 54, but whew. Yep, the Giantachi got its boost to A. That's not really a big deal because it's a crappy animation. Well, high mobility, X skill power boosted. Nice. When buffed, melee power boosted. I've already talked about that. It's really easy to get a buff. You get a nice boost out of it. Why not? All right, let's look at the yellow dual sabers. When buffed, melee power boosted. See the previous part for deets. Shot damage raised 10%, enemy melee power reduced. Not a big fan of that second trait, though. That's more of a defensive type than an offensive type. Each to their own, you know, how they build, how they play, and all that. I think this is a real waste. The previous weapons were just better. And the guns. When buffed, EX skill power boosted by 30%. Okay. And when one enemy shot down, reduce cooldown by 11. So that second trait's not terrible. You just have to keep in mind it does limit where you're able to use this part to maximum effectiveness. For example, you can't use it in 1v1 arenas, obviously. You can't use it in certain multi-missions where there's only one enemy. Yeah, but outside of that, you can get a lot of mileage out of it. So this is kind of one of those situational deals. Okay. So that's all the new content for the game. That's all done and taken care of. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the draws for the the giveaway. That's the word I wanted to use. Let me just bring this back up here. Yeah. So, I don't actually do any of the picking for this. This is going to be all done by a actual function. So don't think I'm trying to rig it or anything. It automatically has picked everyone that has won, and we just get to unveil them and take a look at the winners. Just so you guys know, as I said in the rules, the way that this works is I'm going to do them here on stream live. Once the stream is over, I'm going to be sending an email out to everyone that has won. It's going to be from my Gmail account. So just keep an eye out for it. You have 48 hours to get back to me, and we will discuss how I'm going to give you the code. For people that won the American gift cards, the ones that I still have sitting directly in front of me, I'm just going to send these codes once you confirm with me that you're still alive, and I'll send you the code that you've won. For everyone else, we'll discuss what the best way to get your winnings to you is, whether that's through PayPal or whether it's through some other method, but you've effectively got $25. So that's the way this works. So we'll take a look at our American winners first here. So for our $25 Google Play card, which is, where are you at? There you at. I really need to stop hitting my mic. So this one here is going to Airwalker 234. Just so you guys know, I have cut out the last part of the emails for this stream so that people don't get harassed or anything through their emails. You'll only have the first part shown. That's just to keep your private information sort of safe. Only way I could do this with people seeing what was going on, right? So, our Apple winners here, we got Gary J. Shu and Michael Laurent.Laurent101. Interesting. And you guys are each going to get one of these. But, like I said, I'll be sending you guys an email. Just respond back so that I know you're alive. You're willing to accept the prize. And I'll send you the codes for that. Now, for the Canadian buddies, who do we got? All right, we got Ly Jason 39, William Lee 787, and Jaden Ryan Sue. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that last bit there, but you guys, my hopefully Canadian buddies, have all won your $25 gift card of choice, Apple or Android. Just again, keep an eye out on the emails. And our other regions, I'm sorry that I could only get one card out to you guys, but it becomes very expensive when you're paying for it all out of pocket. All right, and we have Lawrence Sayaman. Lots of Lawrence. We had, 2 Lawrence winners in 2 different regions? That's interesting, the way that worked out. All right. So, I'll be wrapping up this stream, guys. Thanks for everyone that entered into the giveaway and threw their hat into the ring to try to win something. What I might actually do in the future is do another giveaway of the because I still have a few boxed Gunpla that I wasn't able to give away the last time because the winners never responded. So what I might do is I might get those as well as that extra power bank that I got from Bandai, because they sent me another one on top of the one that I already had, and I might just do another giveaway of all those things. So Kenneth Tham, nice, new subscriber. We typically don't see that during the streams. Anyways, so again, thanks for everyone that participated. I'll be seeing you guys all next week, I guess, for the next stream, unless something crazy happens between now and then. So yeah, peace out, guys. Also, if anyone doesn't respond in 48 hours, once these emails are sent out, I will just be grabbing random new people. I'll make an announcement on my Discord. So if you're not already on my Discord server, I highly recommend you join it. Because I will be pinging that people having claimed it, and I'll be sending another email out to whoever got repicked. So yeah, might be an idea. If I've learned anything from my giveaways, people sometimes just don't respond. Anyways, peace out, guys. And I will see you all next week.